Because remember, what Bill O'Reilly says here, you may like it, you may not like it, but you're going to hear it echoed in silos all along the conservative culture spectrum. Now, I haven't seen Bill in 48 hours since he made a cameo appearance as the angry American on our crime town hall in America. We're going to get to that soon. But first, let's get his take on the indictment. Bill O'Reilly, welcome back.
Oh, yeah. So, number one, to pigeonhole me as a conservative is ridiculous. Right before we went on to the air,
says the guy who told his audience,
put an article
says the guy who told, hold on a second, you tell your audience on a regular basis that Chris Cuomo hates Trump. Not only do you know that's untrue, but it is just a silly thing to say. I don't hate anybody.
Why don't I
that
just
is
say
a cheap way of getting around scrutiny. But go ahead.
No, you don't like Trump, and I can document it 15 different ways. Right before we came on the air, the New York Times dropped an article on their internet site that said exactly what I've been saying since 8 in the morning, and I'm very pleased the New York Times is following my commentary. That this whole Jack Smith indictment on January 6th has not much credibility unless Vice President Pence, in a deposition and later in a courtroom, says Donald Trump knew that the elector thing and me not decertifying the election was illegal, but did it anyway. If Pence were to say that, Trump will go down. Pence would have to back it up somewhat with either memos or somebody else in the room. New York Times just wrote that piece, Cuomo. So it's not the conservative echo chamber.
So what?
My analysis is sharp
and
it's honest.
You spit all over the New York Times when it suits you. Now you're pointing out the New York Times like there's some bastion of truth.
All I'm pointing out.
That's a legal analysis.
No, I'm not.
They don't need Pence.
What's the matter with you? Are you delirious tonight? I'm not talking about any truth.
Why, because I disagree with you? I'm delirious? You're saying the New York Times, like they must be right. So what? It's just an opinion.
Relax, all right? They took my commentary and wrote an article on it. That's what they did, and that's what I said.
I bet they wouldn't say that, by the way.
Of course
it's been said many times.
All right, let's say circumstantial evidence points to that. So
you can say
basically,
it, but you don't have
Smith
any.
doesn't care whether he gets a conviction or not. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Indict, indict, indict,
Wait a minute.
impeach,
But that's just an opinion.
Doesn't matter.
That's just an opinion.
Yes.
It's just an opinion.
That's
you don't know that Smith doesn't care if he gets a conviction. It's just an opinion. Made out of nothing.
You hire me, NewsNation, to give an opinion to offset your loopy opinions. Okay? So,
I'm just saying, what is your proof of Jack Smith not caring?
It's circumstantial evidence that once Joe Biden and Hunter Biden got into a corner, boom, this comes out. Why didn't it come out 2 years ago? Why did it take 2.5 years to put this case together when anybody could have put it together in 6 months?
Because Merrick Garland didn't want to touch it, because he was afraid of getting involved, because he's soft. And if it weren't for the documents case, you wouldn't even have gotten this.
You have proof of that? You have proof of that?
It's a ton of proof.
It's an opinion.
Nope. There are people in his office who are asking him to go after this, and he said, stay out of it. I have 5.
Cuomo, people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Okay? So I know he has people, but you just gave an opinion that you can't really back up, just as I did.
I have 5 sources in the office. 5.
Bring them on in. Hand? Bring them in.
5 sources.
Let's see them.
People don't like to lose their
job.
Put
them in little hoods.
Just to make somebody feel better.
Put them in little hoods. Put them in a hazmat suit. Okay? Don't give me any of that. I don't
Hoods
do
are a bad look.
I don't do anonymous sources. We don't do it. Okay, let's get to the case. So Trump has got, if Pence turns on Trump, he's got a major problem.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.